What's going on, everybody? Josh here with Scrapyard Films. Today we're going to be doing another Vegas Pro 17 tutorial, and in this one I'm going to be showing you how to render your video to where it actually comes out in normal brightness. It's not going to be all contrasty and dark. By default, every video that you render inside Vegas will be a little bit different than how you're editing it. So I'm going to show you a really simple way of how you can edit your videos to compensate for the dramatic change it's about to have when it renders. So let's jump inside Vegas 17. Okay, so we're inside Vegas 17. So to fully understand why this happens, this is going to require a little bit of an explanation, so I'll try to sum it up as briefly as I can. Most of the time, you intend to have your video be viewed on a computer, YouTube, something like that. Well, what you may not know is that most computer monitors display a forced level viewing range of 0 to 255. You can view this 0 to 255 range using a histogram, so we have one pulled up right here. Vegas, by default, doesn't display the typical 0 to 255 level range while you're editing. Its preview displays something a little bit smaller, a little shrunken range. So when you finish editing, render, and then watch your video on a computer monitor, its levels will be stretched to fill the viewing range of the monitor you're watching it on. That basically means your video is going to get darker in the dark areas and brighter in the bright areas, which usually means you are losing information. And in turn, your video will look different than how it looked while you were editing. For the most part, both ends of the levels on this histogram should, in a sense, roll off and never touch the limits, 0 or 255, unless that's an artistic choice that you're going for. When your darks and brights go beyond the legal limits, 0 and 255 of your histogram, they get chopped off right then and there. And all the detail below 0 and above 255 will be forever lost. When this happens, it also makes your video look blotchy and muddy, and just pretty much unprofessional. But there's a simple solution for this, and that is the Levels Video Effect plugin inside Vegas. So first, let's go ahead and show the vector scope, the histogram, and make sure the luminance RGB are selected as well. To do that, we can go up to View and go down to Window, and then make sure we choose Video Scopes. If you click this drop down up here, you can see all the options, and we want to choose Vector Scope Waveform Histogram. Under histogram over here, we want to do the drop down and make sure we choose luminance RGB. So for this example, let's take a look at this HLG footage I shot on my Lumix GH5S. We can see in the histogram right here, without any corrections whatsoever, we can see that all of these colors roll off and they don't reach 0 or 255. Which is good. That means I'm not losing any information in the lights or the colors. So next, logically, we perform a base color correction. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a Rec 709 filter. And we can see that it jumps those numbers up big time right here. And even the blue is already tapping past 255. So the brightest blue information, which is right down here, is getting lost. If I were to have any kind of detail in there, it'd be gone. Next, I'll make sure my exposure is correct. So I'm going to zoom in right here and zoom into the gray card. I want this gray card to be right around 40. And it looks like it's a little bit above 40. So we're gonna drop that down. Click on the clip, hold Alt and press G, that brings up the color grading window. I'm gonna go to my gain and drop this down. Right there, it looks like it's pretty much on 40. Now I'm gonna go over to my vector scope and make sure this dot is in the dead center, which it looks really, really close, so I consider that good. Now let's go back to the pan crop, and then we're gonna maximize this again. Now I wanna make sure my skin tone is properly exposed. So I'm gonna zoom into my forehead right here, and we can see that I'm barely touching 75, which is perfect. And if we look at the vector scope, I'm right on the 117 line, pretty much dead center, so that's perfect as well. So I'm gonna restore this. Now we'll keep on grading. And once you're done with your grade, we wanna look at the waveform monitor again. And we can see that right here in the reds, that my information is cut off right here, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna use my lift to raise this up, and to where the waveform monitor barely is touching 0. Which that looks pretty good to me right there. It may have brightened up my skin a little too much. It looks like I'm a little past 75, so I'm going to drop my gain down just a little bit. There. And now my skin's right there at the very tip top of 75. And that's the maximum I want my skin's brightness to be. And now let's say I'm done with my video. And if I render this and play it on a monitor, it is not going to look like this. In fact, we can replicate what it's going to look like using this Levels plugin. So if we go down to Levels, and we see PC right here. If we drag and drop this onto this little effects button right here at the top, that applies it to your entire project. So we let it go here, and then we can see what it does. It stretched out all my colors and brightness, and you can see these gaps of information missing because of the stretching. To avoid losing information like this, shooting in 10-bit will retain this information. So I just so happen to have 10-bit footage on here, so I go up to File, go down to Properties, and then choose my pixel format to 32-bit floating point, hit apply. You can see all the information from the stretch is retained. But still, this isn't what I wanted my video to look like. So if I mute this, you can see it looks a little bit different. The levels are all good. So how do we fix that? We fix that with another plugin down here called Computer RGB to Studio RGB. If we drag and drop this onto our entire project, we can now see that these levels have been pushed in. They've been squeezed and compressed. Now if we drag and drop PC onto this effects, this is what it'll look like when we render it. Everything is within the normal range and we are not losing any information. So here's another scene further into the video so we can get a better representation of this. You can see it looks great. My skin tone is barely pushing 75, which is probably the maximum you want to go. All my colors are good, the information is being saved there, and this will look good on a computer monitor. If we uncheck the PC levels, this is of course going to be my rendered output file. Now there's something I want to go over a little bit too, which is the other range, which is the broadcasting range. This is the level of histogram that is for Netflix movies, for broadcast TV shows on cable and things like that. If you ever wanted to produce a video for a TV show or a movie, you have to make sure you're inside the 16, right here where my cursor's at, to 235, which is right about here. If you go anywhere beyond the 16 and the 235, it's just going to get completely chopped off by the broadcasting system. So that's another benefit of using the Computer RGB to Studio RGB preset, is when you apply this to your footage and you have leveled everything correctly, you can produce a video and display it on TV or a movie theater screen and it'll look great. You won't have any loss of information. And there you have it. You now know how easy it is to render your videos to where it'll come out on the specific type of screen you want to watch it on, whether it be PC, TV, or just the original format like we saw. If this video helped you out, be sure to shoot a like and subscribe down there because that'll really help me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I want to give a special shout out to all of my super subscribers up there at the top. Be sure to check out their channels for some awesome content.